Thank you very much as you join us on today's episode all about Kenzie fashion. Thank you very much once again as you sit and watch our episode of today, Kenzie fashion on how to sew men's wear. Now, what we need to do now is to have our measurement. It is 32. The back is 17. The round body is 33. The sleeve is 16. And the length of the trouser measurement is 32. The tight is 22. And the bottom is 6. We want to start from buba. Now, in our buba, we have the length of the measurement to be 32. 32. This is the length of our buba measurement. Yes. We will need to fold the buba into two because to have our round body, half body. The round body is the total measurement of the body, which could actually be the chest or the stomach, depending on the biggest part of the body of your customer. The biggest part, yeah. I will fold the cloth into two. Fold the cloth into two. As we've seen here, the round body here is 33. The round body there is 33. And in the round body we said the round body is the total measurement of the body. That is why we call it the round body. Now, and this is half of the body. This what we want to measure now, we'll divide the round body into 4. 33 divided into 2. Then we have 16 and a half. And we'll still divide that 16 and a half into 2 again because we want to divide 33 into 4. Then we have 8 1/4. That means 33 divided into 4 is 8 1/4. 8 1/4. You don't need mathematics. Even if you cannot do the simple division, you can use your tape rule. Take your tape rule in full, have your 33, then divide it into 2, then you have your 16 and a half. Having gotten your 16 and a half, you take the tape rule again, divide the 16 and a half into 2. Then you have your 18 8. You have your 8 1/4. So that's just the simple logic. You don't need to have you don't need to bother yourself about multiplication, division, and addition. So, having gotten our 8 1/4, we will need a sewing allowance because we want to sew this clothes inside. For this, for every sewing allowance, you add half inches. You add half inches. So, having measured our 8 and a half, 8 1/4, we add another half inches. Then the half inches will make it. We can sum it up from 8 1/4 to 8 and a half. It is better surplus than for it not to be enough. So having sum it up to 8.5, we add our 1/2 inches, which will make it 9. Then we chalk our 9. That means our round body here will be 9. I want to fold it for we to get our 9. You see, this is our 9. The same thing we get all through. Then we use our iron to fold it into 2. We use our iron to fold it properly and iron it properly. Fine. Now we are good to go. Then the length of our top is 32. Then you measure the 22 there. This is 32. Because you are going to fold it at the end, then you add another 2 inches. This is 2 inches. You use our measuring stick to take a straight cut, Fine, we're good. Just in the same line we folded the front. We measure, we give it the same measurement. It's supposed to be 9. Let's reduce it to be 9. We give it the same measurement. The same measurement. Now we have to start from we have to cut the back of the top. Having cut the front, we fold the back just in the same line we folded the front. Just in the same line we folded the front. We measure, we give it the same measurement. It's supposed to be 9. Let's reduce it to be 9. We give it the same measurement. The same measurement. Now we are good to go. You can place, so that we know to check the accuracy, you can place the front on the back to check the accuracy. So even if we don't measure it, we are sure that the front and the back are equal. Yes. Now, as you can see, the front and the back are equally placed on each other. Are equally placed on each other. Now we cut out the front, the back. This is our back. See? We cut out the back. We cut out the back. Just because in our back will be longer than the front by 1.5 inches. By 1.5 inches. The essence of this is for our cloth to fall back to the front. We will see the essence when we continue cutting this cloth. Yes, just a little. All our folding allowance have been added both in the front and in the back. And at the back, this is on this measurement. We can add the back and the sleeve together to form our full. The back here is 17. Then the half back. This is because the back is the full shoulder. The full shoulder. Then the half back, which is what we need, will be 17 divided by 2. 17 divided by 2 will give us 8.5. Then we add it to the sleeve, which is 16 plus 16, which will give us 24.5. Then we can use 24.5 as our sleeve length. So in our sleeve length, with our 24.5, we can make use of the back to be is to cut out the neck. Looking at the wideness of this cloth, it shows that this cloth, the owner of the cloth, do not have a big body because the round body is 32. So the size of the body of the owner will determine what the round body will be. So now, when we have our neck, the owner of the clothes don't have a bigger neck also. We can make use of, depending, the neck size depends on the owner. Depends on the owner of the clothes. For this clothes, the neck size is, for the wideness, the width, for the width of the length of the neck, we make use of 2. By the length, we make use of 3/4, going to 4, 3/4. Or better still, for this we can make use of 3.5, 3.5, 3.5 by 2. Then we cut the neck. We cut out the neck. You can see our neck is cut out in this shape, like an arc. We didn't cut out our neck. Our neck is not straight. It is cut out like an arc. That is the way we cut the neck. Then we have the back. We cut the neck from the front only with that measurement we first used. Then the back, we make use of, you see, 1 inches by the same 2 inches. Just draw it straight, in like this. Then we make use of 1 inches inches. Then we have our back. The sleeve length, the back of this measurement is 17. The 17 is the full back. Then to get the half back will be 17 divided by 2. 17 divided by 2 is 8.5. 8.5. But in a better sense, there are ways we measure. We have, in this measurement, we have the sleeve length. On this measurement, we can add the back and the sleeve together to form our full. The back here is 17. Then the half back, this is because the back is the full shoulder. The full shoulder. Then the half back, which is what we need, will be 17 divided by 2. 17 divided by 2 will give us 8.5. Then we add it to the sleeve, which is 16 plus 16, which will give us 24.5. Then we can use 24.5 as our sleeve length. So in our sleeve length, with our 24.5, we can make use of the back to be 6.5. 6.5. Then you add an half inches sewing allowance, which will make it 7. We add a half inches sewing allowance just because we need to make the clothes has to be slanted. It has to be slanted. This also gives a better fitting for our clothes. When the cloth is slanted by the shoulder, it gives our clothes a better fitting, a befitting outlook. Fine, you see, it gives, and we have our shoulder here. Then the round sleeve for these could be 8. For this could be 8. Should be 8. You see? Now to get, then our round sleeve will have a curve like this in our round sleeve. This is the way we curve out our round sleeve, just like an arc. You know, the neck is in the form of a semicircle. You can see this is our sleeve. Everything we've cut here is just for the fronts only. So the same thing we've done to the front, we will do the same thing to the back. We slant our back also. We slant our back also. Yeah. Having done with the cutting of our buba, which is our top, then what we need to do now is to cut our trouser. Our trouser. Yes. Our trouser. Our trouser. Yes. We have to fold the clothes into 2. Into 2. Into 2. We fold the clothes into 2. Having done with the cutting of our buba, which is our top, then what we need to do now is to cut our trouser. Our trouser. Yes. Our trouser. Our trouser. Yes. We have to fold the clothes into two. Into two. Into two. We fold the clothes into two. Now we measure the length. We can see it is folded better. The same way I said when we're cutting our trouser, our top, that we try to make sure all these are together. All these are together. So we trim it to make sure they are together. They are together. Then we have the length of our trouser. What's the length of our trouser? The length of our trouser here is 32. To get this 32, we add 2 inches folding allowance. Okay, we iron the clothes so that it will be smooth. You can see I'm ironing the same way while cutting. So we measure 2 inches. From that 2 inches, you measure your length, trouser length, which is 32. Now 32 is here. Then you add another 2 inches folding allowance. So our trouser will be 32. Then at the waist of the trouser, which is the uppermost of the trouser, we measure the waist. Because of this measurement, for this measurement, the standard waist measurement for native trouser is either 10, 11, but depend on the size of the person. If this person is very big, you can make it 12, and if the person is small, you can make it less than 10. It could be 9, it could be 8, depends on the measurement of the person. All those depends on the measurements. But for this, we're making use of 8 because the person is small. The reason the length of that top is long is because he wants the top to be very long. Those are the reasons for that. So for now, this is 8. This is 8. Then from this place, from the top, then you measure. For this measurement, I told you the height also varies. Sometimes the general measurement for the height, it could be 13, sometimes it could be 14. If the person is very big, you can make it 15. And if the person is not that tall, you can make it less than 13. But for this, you can make it, we're making it 11 and a half. We'll use 11 and a half. Then we'll measure the same 8. We measure in the waist down here. Then we measure the tight. The tight is measured at the tight position. The tight here is with our measurement. Our height here is 22. We divide the 22 into 2, then we have 11. 11. Then we have our bottom. Our bottom here is 6. Our bottom on the measurement is 12. Then we divide 12 into 2. We have 6. So having done that, you can see this place here is not too straight, neither is it too slant. We make it in a strategic way, which is seen below. This is it. This helps to make things easier. This helps to make things easier. Yeah, you can cut from any angle, from wherever you want. Just follow what you shot. From wherever you want, wherever is comfortable for you, wherever is convenient for you. Yes, this is our front. Now, this is our front. The front of the trouser. For the front of the trouser, there will be pocket size there. The normal measurement for the pocket size is supposed to be from the waist, we measure 4 inches and 4 inches, and from that 4 inches you measure another 7 inches. That this is for regular, but as this person inclines, because the trouser is, the person is very short, person is very short. Now we have to measure from the waist. We have from the waist we measure 3.5 inches. From the 3.5 inches we measure 6 inches. Then we launch it, we cut it a little. That's what we call launching. We cut a little. Then we have our back, our front. You know, while we're cutting the top, we cut the front separately and we cut the back separately. So the same thing is the same process we apply in cutting the trouser. We cut the front separately and we cut the back separately. Now, to cut the back, we place the front on the back. We place the front on the cloth. We place the front on the cloth. The same way we placed the front on the cloth of the top when we were cutting the other time. The same thing we do here too. We place the front on the cloth. We cut one side. I know one question will be going through our mind, and the question is, what about our sewing allowance? We are going there. We will add some sewing allowance to it. Place the front and cut from this side. Now we cut from this side. We cut down. Having cut, we cut by this. So now we need our sewing allowance now. I know you've been waiting for that. For our sewing allowance, we measure, for our sewing allowance, we measure 2 inches. 2 inches. From here, we measure another 2 inches. At the middle, you measure another 2 inches. If you like, you can use your ruler to get the straight. And if you don't want to use your ruler, having done that, you can just take this, shift it like this. You can use the clothes as a ruler. This is even better. This is better because it saves time. Here. Now our trouser is fully ready. So we can place our trouser on one side because we have finished cutting the trouser. Then all we need now is to cut the trouser pocket. The trouser pocket. The trouser will have a pocket, and that's what we want to cut. Since we know the trouser will have a pocket, and now we want to cut the trouser pocket. Can fold it into, so we can have the length. The standard measurement, it has a standard measurement for all adults. The trouser pocket has a standard measurement for all adults, and the length should be 15 inches and the wideness should be 14 inches. That's the standard measurement. No matter how big, how fat the person could be, it has a standard measurement. But for this is because this person is just is still an adolescent. Yeah, still very short, so we can't use that same measurement. Then we'll have to improvise on another measurement for the person. For the wideness of the pocket, we can use 12, and for the length of the pocket, we can use 13 and a half. 13 and a half. This is good. Cut it into 2. This for the 2 pockets. This is our pocket for the 2 pocket, because we have one pocket by the left and one part by the right. On the top, we have what we know as the yoke. Some people call it a yoke, some call it the back. Whichever way you want to call it, all you know is just that it is a yoke and it is also a back. We need to cut the yoke now. The essence of that yoke, because not everybody cuts the yoke, the essence of that yoke is to reduce, we double pad the back, because we know that men sweat more from the back, and the back fade out easily before the clothes even fade out. So in order to prevent the back from fading out before the clothes fade out entirely, we double pad it so that it will absorb water, and even while the person is sweating, the water will not be too much there. It will have been padded well, it will not be excessive. So now, to cut the yoke, we fold the clothes into two, just this way, and we cut. I'll say we're cutting another neck. This is the yoke neck. We cut the yoke from the back only. Though sometimes, in order to add some design, we can cut the yoke at the back and at the front. But on this note, that's for the design. On this note, we are cutting the yoke from the back only. So that is our yoke. This is our yoke. You can see this will be placed at the back of the clothes, serving as another back here. So we are doubling the back. Place it there. After, then we cut. We're moving to cutting our sleeve. We want to cut the sleeve. This is a long sleeve cloth, and in this cloth also the sleeve will have a cuff-length button. A cuff-length button is a button that is always attached to the sleeve of our clothes. You will see it by the time we have the finished product. You see what the cuff-length looks like. Our sleeve, from our little mathematics we did, we saw that our sleeve is now 18. From the little mathematics we did the other time, our sleeve is 18. Now to bring out our 18 sleeves, because the clothes will have the cufflinks at the bottom, at the sleeve, at the round sleeve, then we will subtract 2, which will be added later. We'll subtract 2 from that 18. That will give us 16. Is an half. This is not up to 16. Then we need 16. We need 16. We need 16. Then we You can see the way we're folding it. We fold into 2, into 4. These are we fold into 2 firstly. Then we fold again. Look at it. If you mistakenly fold it wrongly, you'll be getting something else. You must not do any error while cutting your clothes, because any error done while cutting the clothes means you've damaged it, you've destroyed the clothes as a whole. So this is our sleeve. The wideness of the sleeve, we're supposed to have 8 because our armhole in our body too was 8. It was 8. We measured 8 in our armhole. So the armhole of our sleeve will also be 8. That is 8. Then the length of the sleeve is paramount. We're having 16. Then we add sewing allowance to it. We've said before that wherever you're sewing, wherever you're cutting, you must always remember the sewing allowance. In this place, you add sewing allowance. There will be sewing allowance at the wrist, and there will be sewing allowance at the armhole. So ½ inch sewing allowance at the armhole plus ½ inch sewing allowance at the wrist. Then that will give you 1 inch sewing allowance. Then we have 16 before. Then plus 1 inch sewing allowance, then we have 17 as our wrist. Yeah, so now we cut our sleeve. This is, we measure in this sleeve, because of the cuff sleeve, because of the cufflinks, there is always measurements for it. The round sleeve measurements for the cuff sleeve, for the cufflinks, for the general, which is an adult, is always 5. So by the time you want to round it together, to be 10. So that will be 10 divided by 2, that will be 5. But for this, as we've all known that we've been reducing all measurements on this particular cloth, we'll have 4. We'll have 4. By the time we multiply by 2, then we'll have 8. We just put a short there. This is our 8. Then this, you see the way we're going to cuff it. You can see. You can see it is not straight, neither is it slant. Then because sometimes when it is very, because we folded many clothes together, so sometimes it makes it very difficult. Now we have our sleeve. Our sleeve is ready. We can fold our sleeves together with the back. Okay, what's it on the ironing table. This is use this to iron the back. You know, in whatever you're cutting, you look at the clothes very well, because there is possibility that you have the front, the face, and the back, so you won't mix it up. On this cloth now, the front, which is the face, will be shining, while the back will be dull. So once you detect that, so that you won't lose focus on it, then you shock the back. You shock the back, which is dull, so you know that it won't be confusing and it will convince you. You won't make any error at the top here. You are folding it. The iron is already hot. This is hot iron, and this is our wood iron. The essence of our wood iron is to make sure the clothes sleep very well. You can see the wood iron helps in making sure it sleeps very well. You can see. Then we are through for our cotton. We are through with our cotton. Now we have to go into the sewing aspect. After cutting, what you need is to sew. Yes, but while sewing, you still need some cotton. There are still some things you're going to need. Like, if you want to sew now, okay, you can do this now. There's still some cotton, little cotton we're going to need. Let's fix this. The style you're sewing determines how it will look like. Having done this, if you want to design the face, if you want to design the material, you can just put your design on it, then you sew. But if you don't want to design the material, then you will take, if you want to design the material, you will take it to the designer, just like this. The designer will design the fronts for you, then you sew, then you do your own sewing. But if you want to create a design on your own, then you come with something like this. Like now on this clothes, we are creating our own design ourselves. That's it. We are creating our design ourselves, and the design we want to create is called the bishop collar. It's the bishop collar design. The bishop collar. So creating the design, you cut the face. This is called the facing. This is called the facing. This is called the facing. Having cut the facing, you fold the clothes very well. You fold the clothes together. Then we'll see it as it goes. We'll see it as it goes. We'll see it as it goes. Cut the facing. This is our top, ready to be sewn. This is our trouser, ready to be sewn. Here, look at it. The other time I told you, on this clothes we have two clothes now. This one we are creating the design ourselves. On this one we gave it to a designer to create a design for us. The designer have choose to create this type of design, and what we need to do is just to look for something. This is just a design to do our sewing. We are not putting any design in it again. The designer have given us a design, so let's follow it and we'll see it while we sew. Fixing the top, we fix the back first. The back, we'll have to fix the back first. Let us look at the front and the back. This is the back and this is the front. Now we fix the back. The back, we call the back the yoke or the back. I told you the other time. You can choose to call it whatever you want. Now you can call it, sometimes I call it the back and sometimes I call it yoke. We fix, we're putting it from the back. From the back we are now taking it back to the front, to the face. This over here. You sew round. You sew round. Let your hands be straight. You can see my hands are all straight. Then you nudge a little. Don't cut the thread. Don't cut the thread. The essence of this is to make sure, the neck stand properly. It will stand properly, you can see, and it won't give you any stress of ironing. It won't give you any stress of ironing. You can see it will stand by itself. Now we fix the yoke. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. Let's fix this. To cut this out. We need to cut this out also. Is the one we are cutting out is the excess. Then our back is ready. Then we need our fronts. For our fronts, we look at it again. Where is the front and where is the back? This is the back and this is the front. At this one, we fold this. We fold this. This is the facing. This is going inside. You can fold this by sewing so as to make it easy. Now we place it here on it. We place it on it. Make sure it is well placed. Then we sew. We sew. We sew. So we notch the same way we've notched it the other time. I've told you the essence of notching. Is to make sure it lays without it stands, it sleeps well without ironing. Now this. Let's cut this out. Let's cut this out. We'll bring out the excess. Now, what we need to do now is to cut at the middle a little. We measure 7 at the middle, then we cut we cut out 7. Cut out 7. Cut out 7. 7, and from there we can launch it a little. Yeah, we have something like this. Yes, we have something like this. Now we take we need a little pieces. We need a little pieces of this cloth. Take a little material of the cloth. This is our under collar. We call it under collar. We fix our under collar. You fold it like this, and you fix this way. You sew. So you sew. So straight. So straight. Then after that we come with this. Okay. See, our under collar is ready. In order to stitch this very well, we can take it so as to stitch it very well. No. This is under collar is ready. Now for the lapel for the lapel design that we want to place on it. We'll get our stay ready. Our stay, having gotten our stay, we cut the length of the stay. Is the length we use here is 12 and a half. You can see this is 12 and a half. Then by the wideness here is 1 inch. 1 inch. You can see it's not up to 1/4. This is 1/8, not up to 1/4. This is 1/8. 1/8. The first one is 1/8, while this one is 1/1/4. This is 1/1/4. So this is 1/8. Then, because of the design we intend to use here, the design we want to use, we are using black to mix this clothes. We are using black to mix the clothes. We're using black to mix the clothes. This is our material and this is the stay. On this we brace the stay, but we can as well use our iron to gum the stay on the material. After gumming the stay on the material, then we fold it. Then after folding, then we sew it by one side. We sew it by one side, by the side. By one side. So now this is our clothes.
So you don't know how to?
I haven't done this. This is just like a design.
I believe we've been able to tutor you
more on KEHINDE fashion, on fashion designing as a whole. You will look at how to cut the men's